I'm not.
What are you offering?
One of those was fishing because I answered. I said, I think it was a WhatsApp. I think you have the wrong number. I
This
was,
is,
and I said, oh, I'm so sorry. You sound very pleasant. Who are you? Block. Okay.
all right.
So you have to be brave. That gives me an excuse when I'm done showing you something. They call it gouache white anywhere in your watercolor. Though there it's so isolated, it really doesn't jump out at you. The idea is to make it look like it was intentional instead of an error, and that means you have to use it in more places in the painting. So if it ends up that you use it maybe for highlighting the nose or changing the color here or wiping out some of the details, then you find two other places to use it.
Okay.
But what I want to suggest here, let's see. In the picture, it doesn't look like an ultramarine blue. It really looks it's almost like a Prussian blue, which is a slight green cast, but grayer. I do not expect you to have all the colors. That would be unreasonable.
That's ultramarine.
This is ultramarine.
No, that's phthalo.
Oh, that's phthalo. No, phthalo has too much punch, and when it's piled up like that, you can't tell.
Oh,
until
yeah,
you
we don't
test
want that.
it. So I'm going to
That's
take
ultramarine.
ultramarine, and I can almost tell from the quality of it, it's an inexpensive ultramarine. Real ultramarine, or we should say quality ultramarine, has a finer grain to it and looks even darker, even fresh out of the tube. But for our purposes, it's fine. I'm not going to endorse any particular brand because this is going on the internet and I'm not getting paid to do that. Okay, so I'm going to water it down enormously because it's watercolor. And then I'm going to look at where on here I could at least start and get away with it. And one of the places, it does go to a black, but right under the wolf's nose, it's a little blue. And I always have a paper towel here because to know exactly how much I'm going to need is impossible. So I can empty out the brush and bring it back over here and either move it around or, remember this for watercolors, guys, a full brush deposits, an empty brush lifts. So I don't have to blot all the time or switch out all the time, but once I have cleaned out my brush, if I put it over the same space, it'll pull the paint up. Wendy, you've probably messed with that already because you work a lot with watercolor. Under the chin here, it's more blue. And I'm not worried about it being an individual hair. It's sort of a cast that picks up on a lot of the hair that's down there. Even white hairs or blonde hairs have a shadow side and cast a shadow. So the idea that everything has to be pure white to look like white, no. Absolutely not. Now, see, just putting down those little shadows on there, look how much form it has.
Well, yeah, it really brings the chin out.
It brings the chin out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a blue, but it's been so reduced that you almost don't know what's there, except that it's not the gray that's already there and it's not the gold that's already there.
Right.
Okay. So you can go ahead and do that in along here. See how it kind of, yeah, we've got the shape in there. You can add a little more there. You actually get a division between the fur on the cheek and the fur on the neck with the blue.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Audace.
Oh.
L'audace, toujours l'audace. Okay? You good? Is
We
that
got,
a wrap?
that's good. Could you hold up the two pictures up side by side, please?
You hold your work, and I'll hold the source picture.
Because I noticed how, I think I can do this.